the western hemlock and just wanted to compare the bark to the Douglas fir and see it's definitely textured as a mature tree, but not nearly as chunky fissures or furrows in the bark. So it's not strippy or quite as narrow, kind of fine grains as the western red cedar, and not as thick and chunky as the Douglas fir. So when getting to know trees, get to know all the different ways to identify them, and of course connect with the tree, and get to know it as an individual and a species. Here are the leaves with some tiny new growth. Leaves are quite flat and short compared to a Douglas fir or a Sitka spruce. There's the back. The leaves most closely resemble a Pacific yew to me, so it's one you definitely wouldn't want to confuse. You can see the stripes of the stomata, and it's maybe hard to see in this light, but that's significantly lighter in color and it's a light green, but almost more of like a whitish green on the back. And the Pacific yew is going to have like a much more yellow green on the back. The bark's quite different. Bark on the Pacific yew looks like you crossed a madrone with a western red cedar, and they don't have this very sort of strong trunk that's going to just be sort of upright. They look a little kind of gnarly, a little strange, a little smaller. Typically, there's Pacific yews at Bastyr. There aren't any here that I can compare them to, but there's some that are labeled on the Sacred Seeds Trail. So it'd be a good one to get to know that it has been as a medicine plant. It's also one that we want to protect, and it's also one that you wouldn't want to confuse with the other conifers for teas or trail snacks. So just coming up this trail, lined with lots of enchanter's nightshade and lots of bleeding hearts. Yesterday when I saw the owl pair right over there, and I saw one trying to hunt a squirrel right up there. A beautiful forest to be in today.